Okay, that's better. Right, okay. We are streaming on Goodliffe, and hold on. Okay, that's better. One sec. Right, okay. We are streaming on Goodliffe, and hold on. Okay, that's better. One sec. There we go. Right, okay. We are streaming on Goodliffe, and hold on. Okay, that's better. One sec. That's better. That is definitely better. Right. Okay. We're streaming on DLive, and we should be streaming on Facebook and also on YouTube. Cool. Great. Okay. See you in a bit, folks. See you in about 6 minutes' time. Just setting up. Alrighty. Ciao. Darrell Goodliffe popping in. Yeah. Aha. Probably helps if I refresh that. There we go. Hey, Darrell, can you hear me, mate? Darrell?
Hello?
Yeah, good.
Hey!
Hey, how are you, man?
I'm good, how are you?
Yeah, good, good. We're going 5 minutes.
Awesome.
Cool. Cheers, Darrell. Discord, folks. gov.ly/rand. Yeah. Yeah, streaming a bit late on Facebook tonight. Share the show, folks. And watch it, for goodness sake, watch it on DLive, yeah? gov.ly/chaos. You'll have to register there, it's worth it. yeah. Whoa, funky. Do-do-do. Do-do-do-do-do. Oh, blimey, this is awful. 1 minute, people. Oh, blimey, I'll tell you. You have to make you want to top yourself, really. There we go. Oh, for crying out loud, that's quite enough of that. I tell you what, for goodness sake. Okay, let's just get this show on the way. Oh, blimey. Here we go. Goodness gracious. Do-do-do-do-do. Hey, folks.
Hey.
Evening all. Good people. Hey, Darrell.
Hi, Ollie. And everybody.
Yeah. This is the Daily Chaos. The show ain't daily, but the chaos is. I'm Olly Connelly. Thanks for turning up. Yeah. And now, the 23rd. The 23rd of June.
Yay!
Saturday. Kipper Central's Darrell Goodliffe pops political right here, right now about Saturday. UKIP can and can't. Daily Brexit is live. Daily Brexit is live from London on Saturday from 11. Yeah. Oh, hold on. Oh, dear. Hold on. What's going on? Can't you hear that? Couldn't you hear the music? Can't you hear the intro? Hold on a sec. Let me quickly check something here. Yeah, Simon Lord says, caption, carry on Connolly on the good ship Chaos. Oh, dear. So can't you hear this music? Can you not hear the intro? Oh, come on, tell me, people. Can you, Darrell? You can.
Yeah, I can hear it. Yeah, definitely. Yeah.
So can you hear Darrell? Or just the sheep? Okay, I want to get to the bottom of that, really. I have had some sound problems with this rig, and I've been trying to sort it out. I don't know. So, look, if you couldn't hear the intro there, please let me know, yeah? Nobody's saying anything on Facebook. Or let me just make sure I'm still streaming, actually, because I'm having a lot of problems with the bandwidth just recently with all the struth. Anyway, I'll have a quick look and just make sure that we are going out everywhere that we should be going out. Just bear with me, people. which predominantly is DLive. Yeah, it should be DLive. So that's gov.ly/chaos for DLive. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. I think people could hear. I don't know. Anyway. All right. Okay. Darrell, so how are you, sir? What's going on? What is your headline today on Kipper Central?
I'm good, Ollie. I mean, I think we've been talking a lot about Brexit today, because obviously with the way the Lord voted last night, and we're voting the Commons tomorrow on the meaningful vote. He says in quote marks.
That's right. So they've thrown that back. They have indeed thrown that back. Dominic Grieve's amendment wasn't passed, was it? After the backroom chat. But then both sides are arguing that the backroom chat had favoured them. And it seemed a very strange proceeding for the rebels to agree to, actually, it has to be said, but they did. So the Lords have contested that and said, no, we want this, the House of Commons to have a final say. In other words, there would be no prospect of a no deal, would there? No prospect of WTO rules, no?
Well, it would effectively completely rule that out. Yeah, completely rule that out, because it would have to be rubber stamped by Parliament. And I think this needs to be thought about, because if Parliament says no to the deal, which way are they going to go? Are they going to renegotiate, which is going to extend our membership even further? Or, I mean, which way is it going to go? So this hasn't been thought through. It is a wrecking ball amendment. We've had a meaningful vote. We're celebrating the meaningful vote on June 23rd. It was a vote of the British people to leave. That was a clear instruction they gave to Parliament. And I think we have to remember, in a representative democracy, we instruct our representatives. We told our representatives on the 23rd of June 2016 we want to leave the European Union, and that's what they've been told to do.
They had a vote in Parliament to give us that referendum. They basically passed the buck to us to decide. That's what, to me, makes this so atrocious. I mean, there are so many other things as well, treason along the way, but carry on. Sorry. Okay, look.
No, you're absolutely right, Ollie. They had a vote in Parliament. They said it's the people's decision. The people made their decision. We made our decision clearly. It was to leave. We gave our instructions to the representative in Parliament. Yeah. So why do they need another vote? They don't need another vote. Of course they don't. Yeah. It's a complete wrecking ball amendment designed to stop Brexit, and now it looks like it's going to succeed, because basically the rebels have said we can bring down the government, which is possibly true. Yeah, whether they would or not, but they possibly could bring down the government. So they've got the government over a barrel. The entire country is being held hostage by this gang of rebels and the peers. Yeah, the unelected peers, we have to remember.
Yeah.
So, you're good to our heads, you do it our way. And that's the position we're now in, where this gang of House of Lords is holding us over the country and the will of the people over a barrel, and saying, you do it our way, and or else we'll do this, we'll do that. Yeah, well, hang on, like I said, we've had a meaningful vote. Parliament passed the vote. He quite rightly said, it said it was a people's choice. The people made their choice. Parliament doesn't need another vote. All those people talking about parliamentary sovereignty. Well, hang on, as you rightly said, Ollie, Parliament made its decision, which was to let the people decide. The people have decided. Now, there is no need for another parliamentary vote. Yeah, Parliament's had instructions from the people. Our representatives have been told what they're meant to do, and that's civilian, and they are launching a coup against us. This is a coup against the democratic wishes of the British people. That's what it is, by Parliament. Yeah?
It is. Absolutely. I'll tell you, this guy Dominic Grieve is particularly annoying me, I have to say. Let's play a clip. This is Nick Robinson on the BBC this morning, insisting that the Tory rebel Dominic Grieve does not believe in the will of the people following a meeting with the likes of anti-Brexit campaigner Alistair Campbell.
Had a meeting the other day with people whose life's work is to reverse this referendum, people like Alistair Campbell and others. The truth is, you don't believe in the will of the people, isn't it?
This guy, he ran on the manifesto for Brexit, Tory manifesto, MP for Beaconsfield.
That's not the case. I think one has to face up to the fact that it's possible for me to think that Brexit is a very bad idea, which I do. That's why I campaign for May, and my opinion hasn't changed. It's also...
Hold on, he campaigned on the manifesto of the Tory manifesto, and presumably he's under the whip? I don't know. If not, he should be doubly deselected, presumably. But anyway.
So possible for me as a parliamentarian.
Just a sec, Darrell. Just a sec.
Sensible steps to manage what I see as an inherently risky process, which in all probability I think is going to lead to us leaving the EU. That's what is almost certain to happen. And I also have to pay attention to that.
You keep interesting company these days. One minute you're meeting the arch remainers. Bloomberg reported yesterday you have a very amiable cup of tea with the leader of the Brexiteers, Jacob Rees-Mogg. You coming to a deal with Mr. Rees-Mogg?
It's not a question of a deal. Firstly, I know Jacob quite well. We've always got on very well, and I think that this polarisation, this idea of binary conflict, all being whipped up by the newspapers over the last...
Okay, all right, that's enough of him. Jacob Rees-Mogg, is he controlled opposition, Darrell?
Well, I mean, he's very good on Brexit, isn't he? But I mean, on other note, a lot of patriots, he's not so good. Yeah, and I mean, he's a conservative at the end of the day. He's never made any secret of that. I mean, it's impossible to tell whether he's controlled opposition, but sometimes he certainly behaves in a manner which suggests that, he'll go so far and so far, whether he's there just to keep the fact of the Conservative Party, because it's quite clear to my mind that the Conservative Party is betraying Brexit and stabbing it in the back. Betraying, as you rightly said, its manifesto commitments, as is Labour. Let's be quite clear about that as well. Labour are no better, Lib Dems are, because they stood on a clearly Remain manifesto, People voted for them, knew what they were getting, But, I mean, the two main parties have, made a clear and unequivocal commitment to Brexit. Not a half in, half out Brexit, a real true Brexit, a clean Brexit, which instructed their representatives to do. Now, this is going to cause a massive crisis.
Listen, hold on, Darrell, just a sec. Apparently, you have got a terrible echo. Lots of echo, says Levi Devani. Thank you, Levi. And a few others are mentioning it too, on both Facebook and on YouTube. Is that still the case, people? Is that still the case now? Is there echo on me too? Or blimey, I tell you. Oh my goodness, I tell you, I'm so fed up of crap telephony. I just want to be able to have a conversation with people. It is such a pain. Look, people, if anybody can by in any chance afford just to sort out some really decent telephony for this show, then I'd really appreciate it. PayPal.me/Brexit if you can chuck a few quid in, I'll tell you. But
I think Boris Johnson needs to do a repeal, Ollie. I think he needs to deploy Boris again.
That's right. I need to get the Foreign Secretary back out there. I don't know. Blimey. So let me know, people, if there's still really, really bad echo. And in the meantime, we'll just, try and hope that it's okay. Blimey. So, all right. Darrell, I'll just go through a couple more. Hold on.
I don't think it's necessary, because Parliament is going to have a huge say in this process every single step of the way. There's legislation to implement a withdrawal
This is Theresa Villiers, taking Dominic Grieve's argument apart. So let's have a listen to her. Because she's pretty good value. Let's have a listen to see what she has to say. Oh, come on, darling, for crying out loud, spit it out. I will. Blimey, let me just try and reload that. Do apologise. The guest echo is less now, says Bub Elvis. Thank you. And Carl says, just the guest. Oh, for crying out loud. See if you get echo on this clip that I'm about to play as well, people, please. If it loads. Could really do. The thing is, I'm trying to stream to 3 different places, DLive, Facebook, and YouTube. Really, I just want to be streaming to DLive. But people have got to get over there and register to use the thing. And we all are going to need to, by the way, if Article 13 comes into its own, yeah. We're all going to need that kind of facility. So anyway, right, this is Teresa Villiers, yeah.
That would worry me, and I don't think it's necessary because Parliament is going to have a huge say in this process every single step of the way. There's legislation to implement a withdrawal agreement. There's the motions in Parliament provided for in the government's compromise amendment. There are all sorts of ways in which Parliament will be in the driving seat. Genuinely, what we can't accept is something that would undermine the government's obligation to deliver the result of the referendum and implement it.
What's going on behind the scenes, Teresa Villiers? Are you meeting colleagues on the other side, having cups of tea, coffee, maybe something to try and bring the two sides together?
Well, there's certainly a lot of meetings, a lot of cups.
James, can you not hear that clip at all, mate?
I can't hear it.
You couldn't hear it,
I just
Darrell.
cut off.
No,
I
I
cut
couldn't
off
hear
for a
it.
second there.
You couldn't hear it, and other people are saying that the clip had echo. All right, fine. Oh, dear. James, are you looking forward to the 23rd, mate?
Absolutely. Listen, fuck it. Sorry for the swearing. Big yellow card. I'll give yourself. I've been out all day discharging debts. I've got sort of one remedy, so you have to come and speak to the manager to go. So what I'm going to do in one of the shops, ring them up, make them the trustee, come in with the show, pay, get me groceries with an IOU. Olly, I found out today that Barclays, a public limited company, and if you read their articles of associations and memorandums, they do deal with instruments, but I've had a lot of haggles with banks, right? They're like, we don't accept that, but I've shown them the proof, and they're like, the cognitive dissonance, and
Hold on, they're not accepting your promissory note. Is that right?
Yeah, but they have to. I've shown the evidence. They have to. So the plan is for the next movement is to start filming myself for my own protection, and I'll just like chuck a banana to homeless geezer if I see one, or whatever. Get them educated, get them off the streets. That's the plan, you see. Then the revolution will come.
So what are you going to do on Saturday, James? Where are you going to be? Which march are you going to be with? Or how are you going to get to Parliament Square?
Parliament Square? Mate, probably get on there, use another IOU. Be a rebel!
How are you physically going to get there, mate?
I'll get on the trains here.
Yeah, I know. But where are you going to go? Okay, are you going to go from Euston or Victoria or what?
I'd go to Euston first. I don't know how far Victoria is from Euston. How far is that?
Well,
how far is that?
I suppose it's a 25-minute tube journey, or 20-minute.
Bloody hell.
Door to door. But there are marches, Darrell. There are marches going. There's a few, no? There is a conglomeration. That's the nice thing about the 23rd, no?
Yeah, that's right. I mean, also with DFLA and FLA are marching together, which is historic.
Where are they marching from and to?
Right. Okay. You got me on the spot there. I think they're all you got me on the spot. I saw this flyer the other day, but I mean, I can root it out. But I mean, the thing is, I mean, I think they're all going to end up in one place, aren't they? So I mean, that's like you say, they all come together at one point. Hopefully, well away from Trafalgar Square, because as we know, Sadiq Khan has graciously organised an Eid celebration there.
Eid finished last week.
He finished last Friday. Yeah.
Why didn't they have the celebration that weekend?
Because Sadiq Khan wants to provoke people, and it's a clear provocation, I would say. I mean, I've been sort of like bending people's ear about.
So that's going on in Trafalgar Square, an Eid celebration on Independence Day, the day that all these Brexit groups are getting together.
Yeah, basically, that's
how many people can we expect, mate, for this?
Is Sadiq Khan going to be there?
Hold on a sec. Hold on. Go on. Hey?
I think he is, because it says the Mayor of London invites you to. So I would be surprised if Khan doesn't turn up.
Let's nick him again.
Oh, blimey, that's all we need, isn't it? That's all we need is Sadiq Khan just up the bloody road on a megaphone. So we're going to be in Parliament Square. It occurs to me, Darrell, Parliament Square is not that big.
Well, this is it. I'll say
it's about the same size as Trafalgar Square, actually, I suppose.
Well, I think Parliament Square will contain the marchers. When they all get together, there's going to be tens of thousands there, literally, I think. So, I mean, Parliament Square won't hold that,
No, I don't think it will.
Trafalgar Square is not very far away, and, this must have been... This march has been organised for literally ages, hasn't it, Ollie? We know that June 23rd is Independence Day, yeah? Can't you? Yeah, as you rightly said, Eid ended last weekend, so there was perfect opportunity to have an Eid celebration last Saturday, yeah? That's why, it's a provocation. It's a blatant provocation, yeah? And the fact that Cressida Dick and the Met have let it go ahead says all we need to know about them as well, to be completely honest, because secrets as well. I mean, there will be Islamists there, of course there will be, yeah? Yeah, and, we're going to be a stone's throw away from us, yeah? It's a deliberate provocation. It can only be a deliberate provocation because, as we've said, can't you? And he finished last weekend, yeah? So if he was going to have one, which was in keeping with the custom, he should have had it Saturday just gone, not this Saturday, yeah? So there's no reasonable case for him to have it on the 23rd, other than to provoke us. It's the only explanation there is, a logical one. Yeah,
we'll just throw him off. We'll just kick him off, bloody thingy. Do what?
Now look.
Go away.
Hold on. If you're on Facebook, and you're having problems with, I'm putting the link here. Yeah, that is the link. I put it on different lines. I had to because Facebook doesn't like links. Yeah, gov.ly/chaos. Bob Elvis says, I'll check back in a few weeks. Every show you do has bad audio and horrible lag times. It's because you're watching on Facebook and you're not watching on the place where it originally streams to, which is DLive, because that's where the show lives now. So if you want to watch it, you can still comment on Facebook if you want. But if you want to watch it somewhere where it should be good quality audio and video, then watch it on DLive. And the reason I've put it on DLive is for, a few different reasons, but one of the main ones is, why are we supporting these fascist social networks any more than we absolutely have to? Darrell, they just corral us into echo chambers, don't they? And we're pretty much largely talking to the choir. They don't really let us reach out beyond the choir, certainly not easily. They made it so much harder. I say we boycott these. But also, with Article 13 coming on, which is this proposed Orwellian legislation from the EU, which says that we will have to get permission to use any kind of image, pretty much, near as damn it, even for memes and stuff. It'll really disincentivize political discourse, and sharing. We need to get on these, like Steemits and DLive and maybe MooWee and stuff like that. But other networks that are outside of rightunity.co.uk, I think I'm going out on now as well. And I'm really, really pleased about that. Thank you very much, Tyler. Big cheers. We've basically got to be getting out beyond Facebook and YouTube, And so, look, if you're getting a lag on there, it's because I'm trying to boycott these bastards, I'm trying to go out on DLive. So gov.ly/chaos. Please watch the show there. Don't watch it on these. What amount of fascist networks that are trying to deny us our freedom of speech? And Darrell, blimey, you must have a few thoughts on this, sir.
Well, I remember we had a conversation about this, Ollie, didn't we? Several months ago, actually, about Facebook. I think the show was Fascist Book, wasn't it? That's exactly what I said. So we do have to. Yes, we do have to be working on our own stuff, on our own platforms. We do need to be working on building them big, though, because otherwise danger is dangerous becoming.
I think you should just boycott the banks. That's a start.
Gab is quite successful.
Gab.ai. Yeah, sure. Yeah.
As a Twitter alternative, that has grown and grown and grown. But then again, one of the problems I have with Gab, yeah, is there's no app for the iPhone, and I've got an iPhone. Stuff like this matters because as soon as you knock out iPhone users, because I'm not going to use, if I have to physically go onto a website and look, it's not the same as using an app, is it? An app's much quicker, you get your notifications and whatever else, yeah? So I'm going to want the service which has the app, basically, yeah? So I could quick access, quick turnaround, yeah? Rather than have to go, I've got to sign into the website, then I'll go and check the threads, and do you know what I mean? Yeah, that's a bit of a palaver. So when we do develop our own alternatives, we have to make sure that things like this are in place because they're not going to be used because, especially in the smartphone era, yeah. I live on my smartphone. Anybody who knows me, knows that I want a telepathic phone. That would be the best thing for me. A telepathic phone would be like.
I'm going to have to start using my smartphone to cover myself legally because.
Listen, guys,
I don't know a lot about.
Do me a favour. Bear with me one sec, guys. I apologise.
Carry on, Darrell.
Let me just quickly try something. I'm going to come off Discord momentarily and try this because now I'm getting folks saying, Chris Warren is saying, you still get echo on D-Live, yeah? Is that the case? Let me just try this quickly. I'm going to come off Discord momentarily and try. So, no, there's no echo there. There's no echo there. Let me just see now if there's echo with my guests talking.
Are you aware that the Bills of Exchange happens?
I'm going to come off Discord.
No.
Hold on. Right. Okay. Hold on, guys. One sec. Now.
I'm willing to educate now. Let's get Olly.
So I had no echo there before, did I? So I shouldn't now, but I did.
No.
Hold on. Right. Okay. Hold on, guys. One sec. I got a problem with the echo on D-Live, folks. Thank you for pointing it out, and I really apologise. I did. Blimey, what can I do about that? Let me just see where it's coming out of. I got a problem with the yeah, it's coming out of there, and these guys on. Okay, I think I know what I can do. Here. Let me quickly try something. Oh, what a pain, huh? I do apologise, folks. I have had some real problems with the audio over the last few shows, and I know it's not good enough. After ranting as often as I do, how we've got to be heard. Right, now I will try again, connecting with these guys. Hopefully this will work. Right, now I will try again, connecting with these guys. Hopefully this will work. Hold on. Oh, I can't hear that. Right. Okay, I think we're there now. I think we should be there now. I think we should be okay now. Blimey. I'll tell you what a pain. I don't know what happened to the bloody audio settings a couple of shows ago, yeah. We got Dr. Dawson here too. Dr., what would you like to ask Darrell Goodliffe, sir? Docker. I don't think you can hear me at all now, can you guys? Can you hear me at all?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Oh, you can? Good. Docker, can you hear us, sir?
Simon,
for crying out loud. Right, okay. Anyway, yeah, I'll take a few comments. Hopefully there's no echo now. Bubble Elvis says host has no echo now. But hopefully neither do these guys on Discord. Oh, what a pain in the neck. Christine Ford, who I'm looking forward to meeting over the weekend, should be a rally in the biggest open space like Green Park, not in a confined area. I would have thought we're going to need a slip area, Darrell. I mean, for example, I remember the big march against the Iraq War. 2 million people or something there were, and that we ended up in Hyde Park, and that was fairly civilized. But I know it's not on the seat of Parliament, but I don't know. We're not all going to get in. Is the bottom line. What's going to happen? What's the policing going to be like too?
I think the confined area is a bit suspicious as well. It's like you say, I mean, it's why, but if you're reasonably, intelligent police officer, you can see that there's probably going to be a fair few people there. Yet you've got this tiny box we're all going to be put in, which is going to make people there feel worse as well.
I'm telling you now, police officers deny their own bloody statutes. I'm showing them the evidence. I'm like, oh, it's absolute.
Basically, this all stinks of a stitch-up and a provocation. Yeah. It stinks to high heaven of being that. Reed march. You'd expect Remainers to be there because it's a Brexit march, yeah? So that's going to happen, yeah? But this Eid thing, the small space, which is going to, box people in, which is going to make them feel worse and more tetchy and whatever else. It looks like a stitch-up. It's a stitch-up.
There's a lovely little taco place on Charing Cross as you walk in by Trafalgar Square. Oh, get in there. All right. Sorry, going off topic.
Yeah, that's all right. James off topic. Oh, that's no worries, man. So these different marches, you don't know where they're starting, Darrell. No worries. No, neither do I. Go on.
The FLA one is Victoria.
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 Right. Okay.
I think
fine.
that's off the top of my head. I'm going to apologise for my appalling memory. I saw a flyer the other day. I posted it on one of my pages.
What sort of time should people get to Parliament Square?
I think the DFA isn't it?
Is that to be at Victoria or to be at Parliament Square?
To be at Victoria, that is.
Right.
I'm going to find the flyer now.
I was thinking I would go straight to Parliament Square, just across. I'm going to stay in Bayswater, actually.
Bear with me, Ollie. I feel bad if I don't do this.
What? Do what? What are you going to do?
I'll find the flyer, which I posted the other day, and I'll bring back the details. So
yeah, do. Good. Thomas White says the police are going to be thin on the ground, and we are going to have them stopping people travelling. And if the cops have riot gear on, turn your back on them. It will do a lot more than a slagging match. Yeah, Thomas. Good
That's
advice,
probably right, actually.
Good advice. He also says, I cannot find you on DLive, and I've put a link up there, Thomas, on Facebook now. Yeah. Helen Lasky-Smith says, Khan said that it won't be right for him to join in being a mayor, but he's organising. And Dave Laddie, Eid was last Friday, the little tosspot. Yeah. They're doing it on purpose.
Oh, I do know where it is. Victoria Station at 1 o'clock, so I do know where it is. I should trust myself more. It is Victoria Station at 1 o'clock.
Good on you. Cheers, Darrell. Okay, good.
How far is that from Trafalgar?
Not very.
So, yeah. But presumably there's going to be people coming in all over. It's going to be pretty busy, I would have thought. It's going to be, I don't know. Have we got any idea at all of numbers? We don't really, do we? But the Tommy protest in London a couple of weeks ago is an indication that we are looking at tens of thousands, certainly. Yeah. Could we top 100,000?
Probably.
Maybe. We really do need to, don't we?
I'm going to find.
We really do need to,
because we need the marches, don't we? What options we've got? They're all on my event.
Okay. Apparently, everything's looking good now, sound-wise. Thank you, Axiom Curb.
There's a reality report. One which starts at Westminster. That's at 12 o'clock.
Right.
So, are you going to any of them, Darrell?
I'm going to one of them. Yeah, I genuinely haven't decided which one I'm going to yet. I'm going to because I feel like I've got to be in 3 different places. Do you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Let's get all of them out. So there's reality reports.
You can get the bus from Euston to
the
Victoria
Patriots
Station,
March
can't you?
Brexit is a Victoria Coach Station at 1 o'clock.
Mm-hmm. Go on.
So most of them go for Victoria, you see.
Yes.
There's UK Unity and Freedom at 1 o'clock. So the main meeting point is going to be Victoria at 1 o'clock.
Mm-hmm.
So most of them are starting there, apart from the reality report one, which is starting Westminster 12 o'clock. So that's your guide to the march. So I'll probably go to Victoria.
Okay.
Everybody is. Most people are.
I would be surprised if you were to join the Victoria one, if you would get into Parliament Square by the time it gets to Parliament Square. I might be wrong, but that's just my thoughts, you know. I don't know. I'm not sure. It depends how many people are going to congregate on Victoria, really. But maybe that is the best way to do it, because maybe the police will have organised that route better, so it'll be no traffic. I don't know.
You're selling the earlier one at 12 o'clock now, because you're probably right. The only way you're going to get into Parliament Square is to go earlier.
Yes.
I mean, I think really we need to next time we need to have them all together in one big march. I think,
Isn't the point though not so much the march as to congregate and hear the speeches, to basically get together in one place?
Well, yeah, it is. Yeah, that's. I mean, I think we all need, like I said. I mean, to be fair, Victoria is obviously the main will be at Victoria, but I mean, then Reality Report does a lot of good stuff, and it would be nice to support them. So I haven't decided which one I'm going.
Thomas White says.
I'll be at one.
Thomas White says Kate Hopkins is bringing a few people and a camera crew. I'm hoping to get an email from her saying where she will be. And he also says it's going to be more than 250,000 people, at least. Thomas White, that's his estimate. My God, I hope you're right, sir. We so need it to be.
Sorry.
Carl Melench says quests are a bit low. And I'm not sure what he's referring to there, really. David Laddie, hide your flags and stuff till you get right in it, he says. David Laddie says, yeah, I know, quite right. For the Tommy protest, it's worth noting that I had reports of people getting on the underground and being told over the loud hailer or whatever that the protest had been cancelled.
Yep,
and it had not.
A lot of reports of that.
Yep. Have you, Darrell?
I didn't experience it, but I heard a lot of people said that. I heard a lot of people say that people had said it had been cancelled and it hadn't been. Yeah, so I mean, trust not the official media or official announcements. I think that's another piece of advice we need for Saturday, because they will be wrong.
Well, that's quite disgusting. If anybody wants to call in, and I don't know, just have a chat about Saturday and get into the spirit of it, for crying out loud. This is an important day. This is a really, really important day, this Saturday coming up. And I think we've really, really got to get the message about as much as we can about it, and get as many people out as possible. I wouldn't be surprised
if it was 250,000. I wouldn't be surprised if that many turned up. I wouldn't be surprised at all. I mean, having been on the Tommy protest, which was huge, and this Tommy, what's happened with Tommy has woken a lot of people up, and so I can see 250,000 happening.
Hi. I'm just reading a comment here from Downliner, and it's about Article 13, and this is so important. It's something that it might make the next march so much harder for all the logistics. Anyway, it's just another petition. Yeah, stop the censorship machine, save the internet. The European Parliament is currently planning to tighten the copyright law, which would massively restrict your freedom on the internet. Let me put this up on the screen so that people can see it. I think this is something that people really, really need to be talking about. This Article 13. Hey, what are you uploading? The internet is being endangered by Article 13. And on the 20th of June, the Legal Committee of the European Parliament will decide on a new copyright reform. This could radically change copyright laws throughout the EU. Instead of supporting creators as originally intended, the said reform could eventually backfire and impose a burden on them. Especially Article 13 and Article 13 of the reform would entail tremendous restrictions, not only for the consumers, even the creators themselves would suffer under these new regulations. Article 11 of the proposal of the European Commission is mainly focusing on the ancillary copyright of information providers. More specific press rights are going to protect the contents of these providers and will need a purchase license to be able to be used by others. Especially big blog pages are affected, since cited texts could be seen as a copyright infringement under these new laws. The problem is simple. A big portion of news providers on the internet are financed by page impressions and the resulting ad income, which is generated by users visiting their site via external links. If a platform is not willing or able to pay these licensing fees, they would lose those page views. The proposed law, originally supposed to support these providers, will now take away their means of existence. Look, I mean, the bottom line is the issue to copyright. That's the issue, no, Darrell?
Yeah, no, I think you're right. And Article 13, yeah, you're absolutely right about that. I watched a Paul Joseph Watson video. I had to name drop there. I just had to with what's happened with UKIP. But yeah, about Article 13, yeah, and taking away our memes essentially. Yeah, it's massively important. And these are the things going, the cogs turning in the background, which
How restrictive will it be for political discourse online? For example, from the Brexit groups.
Well, I think it will. I mean, it will come down to how effectively they are able to enforce it as well. I mean, that's going to be an issue, I would think.
Mm-hmm.
But it could potentially be very restrictive.
Yeah, it certainly could.
Free expression and free speech.
You would kind of expect them to leave the onus to police this to the social networks themselves. And so, I mean, I would have thought that we will see Facebook clamping down and basically saying, look, if you can't say where you've got the copyright for that, then you can't use it. By default.
Well, yes. It's the perfect excuse for Facebook, isn't it? Like you say, and it takes us back to where we were earlier a little bit, doesn't it? About us needing our own outlets and Facebook not being reliable and something we can rely upon forever. The net is closing in on Facebook, isn't it?
It's so important, people. I'll tell you, we've really, really got to have contingency plans. Facebook ain't going to be serving us well at all. Dr. Dawson, can you hear me now? No, we've still got James there. If you want to call in, you're very welcome. Yeah, okay.
Hello. I'm still listening.
Good on you, James. Right. Yeah. Blimey. Right, okay, take some comments. So what do the ISPs think about this? Asked David Laddie. That's a very good question. I would imagine it's just going to be enforced, or it's going to be enforced. But surely the question, Darrell, is how much it'll be watered down.
Well, I mean, I don't see it being watered down at all. Where's the pressure coming from, Ollie, to water it down?
But people would be. I mean, this is going to really annoy people. People are going to look at this. If they can't send their memes and their bloody cakes, they're going to look at this and go, that is draconian. And it's going to affect cakes as well as political memes, yeah?
But it will affect people after the fact. And that's the problem, yeah. You're right, and slap on the wrist. I'll probably put Paul's video up on our Kipper Central tomorrow because we should
We got to tell
Facts,
people.
but
We got to get people interested in this. People need to see how,
Yeah.
even the fact that they just discuss this. I mean, what does that tell us about this project, this European Union? What does it tell us that they want to basically clamp down on all of us having a chat online, basically, yeah?
Well, the bottom line is they're losing their grip, aren't they, Ollie? But they're tightening the noose because they're losing their grip. I mean, they're losing their grip with Brexit, with what's happening in Eastern Europe, with Italy, with Germany even, where Angela Merkel is in real trouble. Yeah, because of the AfD, it has to be said.
Okay.
And, so they're losing their grip and they're tightening the noose.
Mhm.
To say no, they know, but.
How tenuous now does the European Union look to you, aside from Brexit, looking at the bigger European picture?
I think it's very, very. I think it's like teetering on a knife edge. I really do. I mean, especially with what's happening in Germany, because Germany traditionally has been a heartland of the Euro-federalist project, along with France, hasn't it?
Yes.
I think it's been the motor, the engine of the Euro-federalism.
Mhm.
But the fact that the AFD hard there is a real, serious, potential blow, probably a fatal blow, to be honest. If the AFD were enter government in any sort of way in Germany, that would probably be the end of Eurofederalism.
The AfD, yeah, sure, absolutely. Merkin, she looks as though she might be on the brink, doesn't she? And actually, Trump is basically just saying how useless she is now, quite openly as well. It's quite amusing. Let me see if I can put
she's
up.
on the edge of a cliff and Trump's trying to push her off, which is quite, all power to him.
There's a picture here. I don't know if you can see this, but I'm putting it on the media panel. There's a picture here of Trump with her at that summit for the G7. And it looks as though they're on the edge of a cliff. And he had the chance to push her over. But he didn't. But it does say Breitbart's headline, violently changed culture. Trump says Germans turning on Merkel and open borders. Violently changed culture. That is how the POTUS describes Germans' culture off the back of Merkel. Germans are rejecting their chancellor's open door mass migration policy, which has violently changed their culture. US President Donald J. Trump has said in a violent attack on Angela Merkel. No? Bloody hell. The leader of the CDU is currently fighting for her political life after she refused to consider migration reforms, including returning illegals to the border if they have been rejected for asylum in other nations. The changes are being pushed by the CDU's Bavarian allies, the Christian Social Union, the CSU, led by Interior Minister Horst Seehofer, who's basically got it in for her, yeah. A long-standing critic of Mrs. Merkel and her support for mass immigration. Anyway, it's awfully entertaining. I mean, she could be about to go. Darrell.
That's the real issue. There's elections in Bavaria, and the CSU are in real trouble. But they're facing up to an AfD surge, and they're trying to save themselves. Essentially, is what's happening. So they're fighting for their lives, and in doing so, they may well end Merkel's life, which would be, a great thing.
Look at this. I'm putting Donald's tweet up there. Yeah, the people of Germany are turning against their leadership as migration is rocking the already tenuous Berlin coalition. Tenuous. I chose a good word there. Yeah, presidential word. Crime in Germany is way up. Big mistake made all over Europe in allowing millions of people in who have so strongly and violently changed their culture. Yeah. And so apart from them, it's quite entertaining in Italy too.
Well, yes. I mean, this is why I wrote a piece actually last night saying the front line the war against globalism is now in the UK and Europe. and that's what we've looked at. You've seen Paul Joseph Watson joining UKIP and really getting involved in the nitty gritty of the struggle, and that's a recognition, I think, that the front line has changed, that it is here now. This is the front line of the battle against globalism, the UK and continental Europe, and that's where we're at basically. And Trump, has all power to him from what he said about Merkel. He was completely correct, and he's weighed in on our side, which is why everybody loves Trump, quite rightly so, because he's again and put our case. And
Okay. Right.
hopefully we'll see the end of Merkel, because if we see the end of Merkel, it could be the end of the EU as we know it, I think.
I want to be asking you about UKIP now, Darrell, but before I do, I just take a few comments. Axiom Curb Community says the sound for the guests on D Live is low. Blimey. I did turn it up actually, but for crying out loud. Right, I'll see if I can put it up. And Bubble Elvis says the show has no lag on D Live. The name of the show on D Live is Daily Chaos. Yes, it is. Yes, that's great. And he also points out, or you can see the show on D Live without being signed up to D Live. That's right, you can. But you should register there, because I'll get into the comments there. Yeah, we just got to get more people turn over. Anyway, Chris Warren, I think people need to get there early to Parliament Square. Yeah. Robert Inman said there are going to be train strikes. Train strikes. Have you heard that, Darrell?
Yeah, Southwestern trains, actually. Yeah,
Really?
Train strikes on Southwestern trains.
Blimey.
Yeah, the RMT action the other day. It ends at 12 midnight on Saturday. So that will affect people in the southwest.
So in the south, from the southwest, they are going to need to come on coaches.
Basically, yes.
Or come the day before, or whatever.
Or carpool, or something.
Or
like
carpool.
That, yeah.
That's right. And I pinned a comment on Facebook, which I will also put on YouTube and D Live, which is from Carl Melench, who's here. Actually, he's popped in. He can have a word. The carpool for the 23rd Independence March, yeah? Carl, are you there, mate? Can you hear us?
Hello, Ollie. Can you hear me?
Yeah, thank you for putting that link up. I pinned it in Facebook, and I'm just putting it on. Blimey.
Lynn,
YouTube's allowed it.
Put it
Go
together.
On. Yeah, Lynn Scott.
Yeah, as far as I know, yes. She added everybody, so
Superb.
she's the main admin, I think.
Well,
great idea.
That is a great idea. That's a really, really good, useful thing, Hart. Let me see if I can get it on D Live too. Where do I put it there? Blimey, I don't know. I don't know. Anyway, yeah. Oh, truth. It's harder to put it on D Live. I don't know how to open the comments on D Live, people. Yeah, I'm still getting used to this with the new streaming thing. Yeah. So, Carl, are you going on Saturday? Please tell me you are, mate.
Yes, definitely hoping so. I should be really going into work since I just started, but you know what?
Yeah.
Let's hope it's nice weather.
Yeah, absolutely. And are you planning on joining a particular march, or are you going to go straight to Parliament Square, or what are you going to do?
I'll probably go from Victoria and walk up to Parliament Square. I'll probably think about actually going there earlier. I think there's going to be a lot of people, and I'm a bit uncomfortable with Sadiq Khan having his own party. I think it's you have to be very careful, I think.
Yeah, I agree.
Well, I think we do have to be careful we don't fall into this trap, which is being set for us. Obviously, I would say.
Blimey.
We keep it peaceful, and things like that, and that's important. That's got to be done on Saturday, because we are being led into this trap, and we can't let that happen.
I agree, absolutely. Okay, let me ask you, Darrell, about UKIP now under Gerard Batten, and what happens when his caretakership is over? Does UKIP then revert to its form pre-Batten since Farage?
I don't think it will, because I think you'll see UKIP change. You've seen it emerge from a chrysalis and become something else and something good. I mean, I think Paul Joseph Watson, Count Duncula, Sargon joining is an indication of a direction of travel where we're headed. I don't think that's going to change. And I think, there's going to be a leadership election, which Gerard might be in, by the way. We have to remember that Gerard hasn't decided yet whether he's going to stand or not. And he may well stand, yeah.
If he does, he'd probably be a shoo-in, wouldn't he?
I would imagine so. Yes. Because
I wouldn't be surprised if he'd stand unopposed, actually. I don't know. I mean, I know there is a bit of... Go on.
Be opposed because of things that have happened with people like Bill, who's had whip withdrawn. So I think people would oppose him this time, but I think he would win.
Why on earth has he had the whip withdrawn? I didn't realise he'd had the whip withdrawn.
He's had the whip withdrawn because he went to a meeting in Crimea, which is actually in Russian territory, without telling anybody in UKIP, basically.
He had the whip withdrawn over that.
Well, then he basically went into the press and attacked Gerard very viciously. Viciously, it has to be said. So Gerard was really left.
So what did he say? What did he say? What did he say then to get the whip withdrawn?
He said he blamed Gerard for losing in the local elections. He said Gerard can't lead. Stuff like that, basically.
Oh, that was silly. Oh, blimey.
But that's what I'm saying, Ollie, is I think there are people who would oppose Gerard, but they would lose. Yes, I agree with you, they would lose, but I don't think he'd be unopposed again. I have to say that.
The bottom line, I've got to say, personally, I am just so fed up of the personalities. I don't give a damn who's in charge of the bloody party, as long as the party does what its members tell it to do. And if UKIP is going to go along this kind of path that Gerard Batten's been talking about, I got to say, talking about the things that he's talking about, getting behind free speech and free Tommy, I got to say, that really impresses me. I'm impressed. And I got to say, it's a kind of thing that I would have expected from Bill Etheridge as well. So I'm a bit disappointed that Bill Etheridge is kicked up about that. But the bottom line is, irrespective...
Let me be quite clear. I don't know whether he's kicked up about Tommy. I haven't seen anything where he's kicked up about Tommy, but
he's very people-oriented, isn't he, Bill?
Nigel, I'll tell you who has been kicking up about Tommy. Is Nigel Farage.
What's he been doing about Tommy? Has he really been?
Nigel has said basically that Tommy deserved to go to jail. He's a self-publicist.
Really?
Yeah, and he's been saying Gerard's wrong, supportive. Now Gerard has made it quite clear that he doesn't agree with everything Tommy said.
Sure.
In free speech, which is under attack. Yeah,
that's the main thing. Yeah, I completely agree.
But yeah, I mean, in terms of, I think what you say is right, Ollie, because we are moving in a clear direction now under Gerard, who's given the party a sense of direction and purpose, which I think it's been lacking before. Yeah, and we had the disaster of Henry Bolton. He was a complete and utter nightmare. Yeah,
imbecile.
From start to finish. It really
complete
was.
imbecile.
Yeah.
Hilarious, really. A hilarious chapter in UKIP party politics. I'm sorry.
Well, it was, yeah. I mean, looking back on it, not at the time, I don't think it was that. But Gerard has picked us up off the floor.
Has he got many members in his new party? What's it called? Anotherparty.com. Has he got many members?
One Nation.
One Nation.
Well, no. One, I think an ex-regular on the show, Mark Childs, and him and Joe.
We should get Mark on. We should get Mark Childs. Mark, come on. All is forgiven. Come and tell us about what you're doing with Henry now.
Well, do come and
Are they going to be marching? Are you going to be marching on the 23rd, Mark? I certainly hope so. Or is that something else that you disagree with? Blimey.
Well, I don't know whether the march would want Henry after fishing for leave chucked Henry off their boats effectively and said, sorry, thanks for your support, we don't want you because you're too toxic. So,
Simon's back in.
Yeah.
I'm not sure.
Go on. Go on.
I'm sure Henry would be wanted because I don't think his presence would add much to the cause. But
No, I agree with you.
well.
I agree with you. I don't think he can do us any favors at all. Bubble Elvis says the people in Europe are discovering that there are more choices besides the globalist ones. And Chris Warren says, I think people need to get there early. Yeah, I said this. Yeah. Pretty important. Pretty important. Thomas White, Nigel is a prick, basically. he's one of them. And even when he was the leader, he never thought for 1 minute we would win the vote. That's why he left the next day, because he knows UKIP would have won the general election. So, yeah, I'm wondering how many new members there have been. I can imagine there's been... Do you know, Darrell? Now, I know you're a bit biased, so try and be, subjective here, sir, as much as it can be. Do I mean that, or objective? Objective. How do you think the DVP has suffered in the last month or so, that UKIP's had a bit of a membership surge? Or I just kind of get this feeling that people are moving back.
I think they are, and I think it's not just for the Brits. I mean, Gerard, you could literally squeeze an atom in many ways between what Gerard and Anne say about Islam. Gerard is very clear about Islam. He's clear at the problems of inherent in Islam. We can't just brush it under the carpet as some form of extremism. That the problems are there in the book. He calls it literalist Islam. Yeah, he calls extremist Islam literalist Islam. Yeah. So I mean, Gerard's taken a very, very tough look, and that was the main selling point for Britain, wasn't it? That Anne was going to speak out on Islam.
Yeah,
which she does as a campaigner to. Very effective raising awareness of this issue. Let's not take anything away from her, but I do have to say, Gerard is leading the charge now, as is UKIP, and Paul Joseph Watson, for example, who's very critical, again has joined us because he's seen the direction that Gerard is taking us, and he likes it. Yeah, like a lot of people like it. Yeah. We need unity. We saw in Lewisham East that the vote was split, and that weakened us. And we do have to remember, and we have to look at this quite seriously. As UKIP's got weaker, so has Brexit as well. Yeah, and as UKIP has declined, the pressure for Brexit on them over there has stated. And look where we are now with Brexit on a knife edge. Again, we come back to what's happening tomorrow. With Brexit really, really in trouble because UKIP's declined, essentially. The pressure has gone, yeah? Mm-hmm. And that's the danger. That now the pressure's off, it's all falling apart. We won the victory, and we're in danger of losing, the next battle almost. And UKIP was a driving force. It's coming back with a renewed sense of purpose under Gerard, more to it than Brexit, as well. And as I said, Gerard's very hard critic of Islam, rightly so, in my opinion. So he's got something to say about Britain post Brexit, the kind of Britain we need to be, and that's also a discussion we need to have.
It certainly is. It certainly is. Darrell, really, really good luck on Saturday. Will you come back soon, please, and tell us how things are going? When is the leadership? When is the contest?
I believe Gerard said he's stepping down April next year. So I mean, we've just got to wait and see, Ollie. I mean, nobody can tell the future. As I said, Gerard might well stand. He hasn't ruled it in or out yet. From what I've heard,
there's almost certainly going to be an election before then.
I think, as he sees the party going forward, as he sees the party taking shape with structure as well, and we're involved in policy. Policy decisions, members of UKIP are now getting a real say in the policy direction we take, thanks to what's happening. I think he will see that he needs to continue that work for a bit longer. I know he's desperate to retire, but let's hope not yet, basically.
Oh, blimey. There's going to be an election between now and then. If people see UKIP with a caretaker leader, is that going to put them off voting for UKIP?
Well, he's not a caretaker leader. He is our leader. He just made that commitment to buy some unity and say, avoid another damaging leadership election, which everybody else agreed with. Yeah, okay, rightly so.
Yeah.
Good first.
Yeah.
But he's not a caretaker leader. He's our leader. He's our leader, and he is changing the party in a direction which can't be undone. I don't see in a year's time as saying, "Oh, UKIP's gone back to where it was," because of the new members we're getting in, because of people like Paul who are coming in. This change will be permanent. I think it will be very, very hard to undo it.
I want to say a big thank you to my special guest, Darrell Goodliffe, tonight. Thank you, Darrell.
A pleasure, Ollie. Pleasure.
Thanks, mate. It's always great having you on. I'm sorry about the audio problems we had. Oh, blimey.
Not to worry.
I've now got you and this music on the same fader, so I can't, what a pain. I need to sort that out too. Oh. This is the Daily Chaos, yeah. It's the Daily Chaos.
Hey, Simon's trying to speak.
Hey, James.
I think Simon's trying to speak.
Simon. No, he didn't. He didn't say anything. Simon Dawson was here, and I don't know what happened to his tech. No idea. Yeah. Oh, blimey. So 23rd, people. 23rd. Saturday the 23rd. Get there. Get everybody there. We've got to be there.
Yes.
I'll swim there if we have to. I'll swim down the River Mersey.
23rd, people.
Why are you going, Ollie?
Hey?
Are you going, Ollie?
Yeah, I'm going to be there.
Yay!
I'm going to be streaming there from about 11 in the morning, all till about, I don't know, basically get chucked out of the pubs or something. So, yeah, lots of live stuff going on from that show is only going to be on the Facebook page. Yeah, that one won't be on DLive because of various reasons. But we got to use DLive, people. Got to use DLive as much as we can. But yeah, Saturday, all the Daily Brexit show there will be on the Daily Brexit page, which is on Facebook.
You're going to see the bully size.
Hey? This has been the Daily Chaos. I'm Olly Connelly. I'll see you tomorrow at 7. Thanks, everybody. Thank you so much. I'm so chuffed that you persevered. I'm really sorry that the audio was so awful tonight. And yeah, Mark Childs, come on. Yeah. And Baron Powley says, yeah, you should get on Claudia from Clunge Cleaners too. Yeah, good idea. Ciao, folks. God bless you.
God bless you, Ollie. Bye.
Cheers, Dal. Blimey. Right.